Welcome everyone to the stream. I think we'll start off with some interesting discussion that continues about my potentially modeling of shell trajectories and all this. Just a brief aside. But first of all, let me welcome the people who have already joined. Bella and Baron and Toral, Kumiz, Cyrillic Man, RZU, and before them, Adam Whitcomb and Navko Noko. Oh, also Jenny Zhu. And Joyzy. Sorry, Joyzy, I didn't see your question. I scheduled the stream, but I wasn't actually paying attention to the chat until just a few minutes ago. Welcome, Forbod. So I thought I'd kind of show this fun little stuff that I've been doing lately. Just to give you a taste. I know it's not going to be very, visible. But there is some stuff I'm modeling, and these are obviously just plots, but these are stuff I was just trying to see how do you model the chance to hit a target at pretty far away. Welcome, Lahau. Howdy, Mr. Rage Quit. So, this is basically a continuation, as I said last time. I've made some progress, though. I have used the Iowa's data battleship the Iowa class battleship, because a lot of data is available online for it. I'm going to use this as kind of like the benchmark. I'm using the 762 millimeters per second gun shell, and so based on this, I know that its range should be about 25 miles, which is 40,000 meters or 40 kilometers. So doing that, I just found the drag coefficient. Now this is constant drag, as Constantinua pointed out in my Discord. Drag does vary as you go up in the atmosphere, you get less drag. So I don't know how high these shells were going, but pretty high up, probably like 20,000, very high up. Because the elevation was around 40, you can see the elevation is around 40 degrees for a maximum distance. And this is one of the things I looked at, is what is the velocity-induced error. Basically, if you vary your velocity, one of the effects that happens in real life is if a shell is fired and then another shell is fired, they're supposed to be simultaneous, but one may lag a fraction of a second, like milliseconds, maybe even microseconds behind the other, which is enough for it to be in the turbulence of the shell in front of it. So that can actually affect the range of the one that's being affected by turbulence, because that acts as an effective increase in drag, or in this case I'm modeling it as an effective decrease in velocity. So I want to see how impacted shells are by this. And this is actually the most important plot I've done so far. There's a lot of talk about how there's an elliptical pattern, an elliptical fall pattern. So if I'm shooting, let's say, in this direction, people will say that your splashdown should be something like an ellipse. These are all the different areas I can hit. Now it's definitely not going to be exactly an ellipse. It'll be front loaded on the front, and a lot of them will be shorter than your desired target because of the decrease in shell velocity from turbulence, as I already mentioned. Stuff like this. But let's just pretend it's just a perfect ellipse. And let's just pretend that we have this elliptical pattern of splashdown. A lot of people expect it to be a ellipse like this, which is only true for short ranges. Actually, the further ranges, you get the opposite. You get something which is more like this. Because obviously, the further the shell travels, the more the horizontal error. And actually, the shell trajectory is such that little errors in elevation matter less, impact the distance you travel less as a relative proportion. So that's what's kind of being shown in this, that when you first start, your vertical error, your aiming error, is much bigger than your horizontal error. And this is, mind you, I'm already assuming that horizontal errors are much less likely than vertical errors. So vertical errors like that would be due to ship roll or ship yaw if you're firing forward. I'm assuming broadside, so let's think about just ship roll. Your ship roll is going to slightly tilt your turrets more up or more down whereas you don't have something impacting your turret's rotation, so they're horizontal. Anyway, Birdie Leg says I've been awake for 20 hours, and this is certain in his brain. Essentially, all you need to learn from this is the accuracy as you try to aim further, which is where your accuracy decreases. You expect the horizontal error to dominate over the vertical error, even if the horizontal error margin is 5 times less than the vertical error due to like the actual real life error sources being mostly in the vertical direction. Basically, you expect less horizontal error, but horizontal error still dominates around 10 degrees of elevation or higher. Now, what this chart doesn't show, I'll go back, I'm going to go back up to this slide, is if you want to aim at anything less than 20,000 meters, so anything less than 20 kilometers, you're going to be using less than 10 degrees of elevation. Probably for the Iowa, I'd say 90% of their engagements would be below 20 degrees of elevation, which is less than half of the turret's maximum. Just something to consider, that elevation is not linear with, or range you're attacking is not linear with elevation. So anyway, that's about all I wanted to talk about for now, but this is full now. I'll be doing the full analysis on a video at some point. This is all stemming from the big question, does crossing the T matter? So let's get to actual gameplay now. That I've built up I'm sure you guys are so excited, and I have not bored you to tears at all. So we still have 2 missions we haven't completed yet, and I feel like the numbers don't matter one. That's going to be the highlight, is being able to do that one. Now this Destroyers vs. Torpedo Boats one is still kind of bothering me that we haven't finished it. Now, I know a lot of people have been giving me different ideas about what to do. I even had somebody telling me, thankfully, I appreciate this. I had Matt1248 telling me that you can actually cheat, which is fantastic. We can open up a cheat console. I've never done this before, but supposedly we can just do... I think I have to get into the shipyard first, but we can do some magic combination of hotkeys to get into the cheat menu. So let's actually try this one again. And I think we'll go with maybe maneuverability and survivability. I don't expect to beat this mission, so let's go in with extremely low expectations. Let's cheat the hell out of it. In which case, if I'm cheating, why don't I just choose the most money? Good point, Tortuga. Let's just cheat it. Let's see if this works. By the way, the game. Hopefully, let's see if the game catches the fact that I'm cheating. Magic combination. Wow, is there? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of things. Hooray! It worked. I'm into the cheat menu. Do not reset all missions progress. No. Give all techs. Fantastic. We have every tech. Let's do the magic combination again. We can do a custom battle? What the hell is this? I should have looked at this more before. Start war? What? Did not realize that there were so many options here. Is this okay? Port strike? Look, we're gonna start crashing the game. I'm pretty sure. Did anything happen? Am I in the middle of a port strike? Are they striking my port? We're still building destroyers, so I don't know what we did. I don't know if we're still in the same mission. Ah, look. Object reference set to an instance of an object. Well, that sounds like a real programming issue, and not just telling us that you can't do that. We could... I know people wanted me to do start war. Okay, look, let's with this all tech unlocked, but the extra money we did take the extra money. Let's try to build a destroyer. I don't know what we're doing. We have everything available, but we took the extra money. Let's see if that helps us in any way. Yeah, we can go to Corrupt for armor, and we can make these things just very resilient. So we're probably going to need to go up to 1,000 is all I have. That's all you'll give me on Destroyer 1? Wait, did it unlock more holes? No. So it's still interesting that we got this far. We are only allowed the front turret 1, which sounds familiar. I mean, all the tech is unlocked, but it doesn't look like the parts are really unlocked. I don't know what we're going to need as far as... Ugh. Oh, this will help that. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I'm not even sure how the math works here. Plus 75% funnel capacity took us from 48% to 100%, which is over 100% increase in funnel capacity. How does that work? Oh, funnel capacity is minus 35 here. If we go up to this, I mean, I don't really know what's going on, but we'll do that. Okay, anyway, let's put the main guns on. What do we want to go for here? Now, oh my gosh, we have every possible... We can do triple 3-inch. What is the rate of fire? 11.7, 13.3. Look, I'm pretty confident we're gonna win with double 2-inch turrets everywhere. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Well, yeah, I mean, we should just be putting... This is so weird having turrets, though. We put 2 here? No. Do 2-inch turrets even... Did those even hit or severely damage? By the way, I don't even understand how these 2-inch turrets are, like... I don't understand how they're so big. Okay, so right now we are dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 2-inch guns. You can rotate them to fit the mast ass. Okay, but that will impact their firing arc. What is this Mad Historical? I don't know what I'm doing. This is... It's a good question. We might be able to get... Oh my god. What? Please. Please. Please, 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 please. Okay, we can get a 1 on the side. Can we get a 2 on the side? Can we get a 3 on the side? We can get a 3 in the middle. I'm contemplating maybe... How is it that we're not overweight? What if we... Is it because we're so slow? This is insane. Okay, so engine cost goes up, engine weight goes down, more HP per inch. Is this really going to help us overall? Our weight goes down significantly. Our cost goes up significantly. I don't know. For 28 knots, we may not need it. Cost went up pretty significantly. I mean, weight, I don't really care about that much. We might just want basic steam engines, which is weird, but... This increases engine weight, engine cost, fuel stowage, but it does a lot of helping things. Turret traverse speed, maximum speed penalty from engine damage. I don't think this is that important. So this is basically what people were mentioning to me in the... Yeah, by the way, the diesel one should increase acceleration as well. So this is a petrol engine, this is diesel, and this is turbo electric. This one has plus 5% acceleration, but I'm pretty sure the diesel has much better... I mean, when you have to use steam, it takes a long time to get the boilers hot enough. So I think that basically... There might need to be some recalculation of how these, maybe even the naming conventions of these engines. Now, turbo electric certainly would give acceleration. I would imagine that turbo electric would be even faster. Not acceleration, like, I think they're thinking acceleration here in terms of power. I'm thinking acceleration like the ability of the engines to respond to a change in desired. I mean, the amount of fuel stuff you're exploding or burning in order to heat up water fast enough. The temperature doesn't change that quickly in boilers. So, we also have some things here. I mean, hell, turning rate seems extremely important because we're going to be dodging torpedoes. So if this is like not too expensive, it is pretty expensive. Let's see. I think I'll just take number 2 on that. Our idea here is to try to keep these as resilient as possible to hits. I'm going to go double there. Whole weight does not matter to me at all. 1, 3, 3, 4. That went up a bit, the cost, but that's fine. I don't care about whole weight. I'm just mostly interested in 1394, 1406. Okay, I'll take anti-flooding 1. We'll go with heavy shells, which doesn't make any sense considering they're 2-inch guns. I'm actually not sure if I should be using 2 double. This seems weird. I should be using 3-inch guns. Are these going to be able to do anything? I mean, the rate of fire is going to be insane, so that's good, but we're not going to take increased load. I imagine that most of the time our time's out. Take a standard load here. Oh yeah, we can go for anything. Well, cost-wise, I'm going to go with Lyddite. Just going to try to light them on fire with HE. We'll probably want fast turret traversal. The thing that we don't have to worry about is, I should already mention though, that turret traversal for these should be pretty quick just to begin with because they're very light turrets. I don't even know if it makes sense to have 2-inch guns in a turret. It doesn't make sense to my head. I'm trying to imagine what that even means. I can imagine a shielded gun mount. I can't really imagine 2-inch guns in a turret. What does it mean? You have people literally tossing around the 2-inch shells. They're still heavy, but you can just toss them around, loading these things. It's just a funny picture. I think we will go with the auto reloading. I mean, it's going to be a very expensive. This is a tricky one. I think we'll go with standard here. 16. We really don't need a large size to sink a torpedo boat, which is what I'm going to try to do. We can actually use rangefinders, which is bizarre. I don't think we're going to go for long range, so we'll do aiming speed and gun base accuracy. What if we do this? 6%. Well, it seemed pretty doable to even go higher. What about this? I mean, it doesn't seem to be affecting things that much. And then, of course, we want as much belt armor as possible. I'm expecting hits on the belt. We don't think I'll go with deck. We'll go with conning tower. We're over 20. I want 20% to be my limit here. So we're not going to armor our turrets. Well, we'll armor them a little bit, but it's not having an effect at all. Okay. Bizarre. We'll get turret tops for free then. We have no secondaries. That's fine. Belt extended we're not going to worry about. And then conning tower seems to be very expensive to do. Okay, let's leave conning tower at 0.3 just for fun. Do we want any acoustics? Torpedo spotting range increases. That's interesting. I've never tried the hydrophone stuff. I don't even know if it's correctly developed. Now, this increases the main tower cost and the whole weight. How much? I think I'll take it. By the way, just give me 1 second. I need to attend to something here. I'll give me just half a second. Okay, all right. So we are, as I see Kurt says, the Tortuga turret farm. We are going with the turret farm design, it's true. But we have 1 torpedo, which should be hopefully enough. Now, I don't think we need radar. Although this does impact a lot of things. How expensive is it? Okay, we'll take it. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. Like at 28 knots is not slow. Oddly enough, we can drop the... Oh, we can't. Because we're going to have a hard time fitting all the turrets if we drop this. 1 second, please. Okay. This situation is presumably calm once more. So, I lost my train of thought here. I think we're pretty much done. We were getting... Oh yeah, I was looking into speed, because we do have this extra weight remaining. Now, how do we sacrifice weight for speed? I mean, this gives us more weight. Does it decrease the cost? 1495, 1496. So it just does not have an impact. One thing we could do maybe is actually rotate out the funnel we have here. Let's see if we can use the standard funnel instead. Yeah, that does help. So I don't know. I think it's done. Let me look at don't split your fire. TT, don't split your fire. I don't think I'm splitting my fire. What do you mean? I think we're good though. But basically, I think what I mean, although this is gonna be weird because our weight is, we have a huge amount of weight available. I don't know the mechanism to, like, all these things are gonna increase cost. I don't want to increase cost. I don't want to drop this down because I actually want the larger design. Oh yeah, 55% efficiency. Okay, well that's good to see. What if I do this now? All that did was increase the cost. Like, what if I go down to natural? Okay, let's pop this out. Let's put in the other funnel. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it matters much, except for that's not efficient enough. So let's go to induce now, and we're fine. Okay, so we're back. We're back to where we were. Yeah, it's true. Force does give you a higher funnel capacity, but I mean, we're actually okay here. Just it's not going to end up saving enough. All right, let's take this engine weight, engine cost. That's over 20%, so we don't want it. I don't know. I guess that we can probably fiddle with it a lot. I guess what I'll do is just, I mean, we're right at the limit. Okay. So we can get 1.4 conning tower as well. I think this is good. So I don't want to reduce armor type, Birdie, just because the whole point of these things is to make them robust against the incoming fire. I want my battleship to win the day, but you know, I basically am just going to rely on the battleship to win the day while these things putz around, hopefully killing the gunboats, but I have had no success with that so far, and I really have no reason to believe it'll be successful in the future. Let's go ahead and launch. So that's pretty cool that we now have the ability to see all the different technology. And we can kind of get an idea of Triton. I think we're the Spanish, and I think we're up against the British. I saw, no, Austro-Hungarian. I thought I saw a Triton class. Dust Brightsport said he failed with the 2-inch guns. Yeah, a lot of people were telling me you got to use 2-inch guns, but I've been told about just about everything. And when a series gets popular, typically what you have is a lot of, how do I say it? I don't want to be rude or anything, but you have a lot of backseat driving. I don't know what do they call them? Armchair admirals. Which is not, I mean, that's perfectly fine. So you're the most important one. We want you to slow down, take good aim. You guys are also going to slow down and take careful aim. And you are also going to slow down and take careful aim. So the idea is if we can knock these things out before losing all of our destroyers, and I think the only thing we need to do is to destroy their torpedo boats. We actually don't have to destroy their cruisers. Have they changed it? 70% of enemies. All I know is that their ships, I haven't played this mission since their ships will now retreat, potentially. Which won't be a problem for the cruisers, but if the torpedo boats try to retreat, we may have a real problem. Don't want that to happen. We got our groups. I know from experience that these are armored cruisers. We haven't even really taken a look at what our Tigre is. Let's see what kind of tiger she really is. She has some 12-inch guns. Okay, let's see how many. 2 12-inch guns. Looks like 3 casemate 6-inch guns. No, those are actual turrets. 3 or 4? No, 4, right? No, 3. Damn. Then just 2 4-inch guns, and then I guess a smattering of 3-inch guns. Those are casemates. She has 2 torpedoes per side. That's... Okay, you know what? You are given permission to launch your torpedoes aggressively. Whenever you get something in range, go ahead and do it. Our first challenger has arrived in terms of a gunboat. And we are hitting it. Maybe the 2-inch guns are the way to go. Look at this crazy amount of incoming fire. Oh, our battleship is on fire. Speaking of fires. And he's still targeting that. Good. So I'm seeing... Okay. This might be better. Now, again, we're using 2-inch turrets, which we shouldn't be able to have. Oh god, we already launched torpedoes. It makes me nervous. Oh god, please stop launching. Well, I mean, I guess I told them to be safe with them. Let's have my backup formation just not launch torpedoes. We may want those in the future. And this one's I think this 2-inch gun system may actually work. Holy cow. Are they already running away? Please say that they are not already running away. Because if they are, we're going to have a hard time catching them. And he is going to take one of these torpedoes. Not that it matters. I think at this point he's already done for. This is really interesting. Yeah, did I forget to switch to HE? So I don't really care about what my battleship's using. Because he should be targeting... No, we want you to target this thing, my dear friend. And we'll make sure they're using HE. It should be obvious since they're going up against something which doesn't have armor. And there's the torpedo hit. She's going down. Well, it's a good start. Mind you, again, for those of you who are coming late, we are using the cheat menu to get double... to put our double 2-inch guns. This boat just... I mean, I guess, is it a ship? How big are you? 1,000? Yeah, you're a ship. The ship just had half of its... was halfway submerged. It's not good. Okay, so... hard turn to starboard. And F1 is coming this way. Okay, good, good. Yeah, the funny thing is we have radar on these. I mean, it should be just such a joke of a battle because we have such high technology. This is, for those of you who haven't seen it, the formation mess in the current game. They don't really have divisions or good AI for the ship divisions. Seems like a good opportunity to deploy smoke. I think they're just firing at my battleship, but we're expecting those torpedoes in the water any moment now. Just hit those torpedoes. Destroy their torpedoes. Please destroy their torpedoes. What's this? Those are lifeboats from the previous ship. Or boat, maybe. We expect those are to be torpedoes any moment now. Oh, there it is. Okay. Crank. I guess we'll just go in circles, so we'll crank you hard to starboard. Ambitious. Probably only had a chance of hitting my own ships. But, okay. And this one's done for as well. Okay, well, to hell, this... If you could just cheat in this mission, it becomes really easy. I don't know what the whole complaint about this is. So far, so good. The poor Ariadne is just sitting here stuck, just at 0. Like, it is 7, and the Gardoki is actually at 0. This one's at 5. I just don't know how to maneuver in these circumstances. Okay, come back this way when you're done with your turn. Warship sinks to heavy flooding. I think we're just killing these things as soon as they appear. The Pluton and the Ligera here are just really doing a great job. Now let's make sure that we don't see... Well, actually, because we have hydrophones, that's right. We can actually detect torpedoes in the water much faster. This is so cool. I can't wait for the real game. I cannot wait for the real game. Oh, and what do I mean by real game? I mean the campaign. I mean, we're all waiting for the campaign, aren't we? But boy, they have a nice tactical build here. And this is, by the way, how Rule the Waves worked. It was initially a tactical battle that they threw a campaign shell on. I feel like, because the campaign shell in Rule the Waves, it's not exactly that sophisticated, I feel like this is a great opportunity for another game, which is basically the same game, though. They have a chance to do things better at the strategic level. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, we sank another one. We're gonna do it! We're gonna do it! I don't know if we've even hit these guys. We have not hit this one yet. We have hit this one with only destroyers have hit this. That's hilarious. Our battleship hasn't hit the heavy cruisers, only the destroyers have. Now, torpedoes would be a good idea here, obviously. So, I'm gonna go ahead and deploy smoke for these guys, as soon as they're targeted at least. For now they're not being targeted, so we'll hold off, but the moment I see those guns training in our direction will be the moment we deploy our smoke. Can I do the cheat menu in battle? I don't know. The only command I know is how to bring up that debuggish menu at the shipyard level. But I think the funny thing is we're doing most of our damage from destroyers. Just basically peppering their superstructure. We might be able to light them on fire. Might. It'd be really nice if our battleship was able to contribute. Or if I could just transform my battleship into 3 destroyers. If you have destroyers like this, which are, you know, it's like they're practically World War II destroyers. Here's the broadside. Come on, hit. Hit. Oh, it did it. He actually did it. A penetrating hit which only did 89 damage. My goodness. Yikes. That's less than impressive. Oh my gosh, they're launching... Look at, they're on save mode, but they're launching these torpedoes from so far away. But it's interesting. Maybe that's okay. Alright, you guys need to quickly go and defend our battleship. Head them off at the pass. I don't want the Tiger to actually move. Oh, this thing is getting pummeled. And we did light this cruiser on fire. This is completely, again, from the destroyers. Toro asks, who do you think you'll play in the first campaign? That's a great question. I like playing Japan first because Japan has such an interesting situation. I mean, you feel... Japan is just such an interesting... Got a very noisy little one wandering around. Announcing her presence. I think Japan is just such an interesting case study. Like, if you think about them in the late 1800s, they were pretty much a nobody. They were not known... Oh, they actually launched their torpedoes. Those are outgoing, not incoming. Anyway, it's such an interesting case study. This is a nation which, like, was on the brink of obscurity in the 1800s, and then it became, by the or I would say even in the early 1900s, was a major power. One of the very few nations that was able to breach that European barrier. You guys... Okay, we're launching there. Hard to pay attention to all the different places where all the different torpedoes might be coming from. And those are torpedoes outgoing. We might consider attacking that destroyer instead, but... Okay, let's get this group... Like, we're doing really well. Let's not push our luck. Japan was a strong regional power, never really a world power. Well, I mean, if you consider Asia as like half the world, then you can kind of say that they were a world power because there was a vacuum of power over there. And considering they dominated it, we're going to do it! We're going to do it! I think only with one, unfortunately, but hopefully that'll do enough to this early... no, not. It won't do enough. But that's still a great thing. And we're taking fire here, so deploy smoke. And probably have incoming torpedoes. Let's do some maneuvering here. Pull up our speed. And do some heavy turning just to avoid any potential incoming torpedoes. I don't see any. In fact, the only torpedoes I see are out. Those are the outgoing ones from our battleship, of all things. Well, I mean, this is... you can't chalk it up to anything but the fact that we're using the cheat menu in the shipyard to give our destroyers like an insane technological advantage. So this kind of... I don't necessarily consider this environment an appropriate enough, like realistic enough to make real claims, but this is kind of like... It's a video game version, obviously, of what would happen if World War II destroyers went back to the 1900 to 1910 time frame. Now, by the way, for those of you who have been waiting for the Succession series to happen in Rule the Waves, it is now started. Believe it or not, Benjamin Magnus is supposed to be leading off for that, and I believe that he has either uploaded or will very soon upload the very first turn. He's doing 1900 to 1904. He's passing me the save game, and then I'm continuing on. We're playing as the Russians. And I already know how his turn ends, and it ends at war. I'm not going to spoil anything else other than what an exciting way for me to pick up a save game in the middle of war. It's going to be perfect. It's gonna be very interesting. It's one of the ideas we had is, this could be exciting. We don't, even if an Admiral change happens, like if the time period comes in the middle of a war, we chose not to let the person continue the war. We chose to just make the next person pick up the turn. because I thought it'd be really interesting, and we actually got that to happen. Pretty cool. Birdie Leg says, really cool that Ben is involved. First I've heard of that. Yeah, Benjamin Magnus Gaming is the full channel. He's a big Rule the Waves guy. I think that the 4 people involved are the 4 people involved in Rule the Waves just in general. That's not true, because we have Alekius, we have Battle Group Gaming. Those are, I would say, there's some smaller. They're a little bit on the smaller side. Look at the just, I don't know if you can see it, just the spattering of 2-inch shells going in. Oh, you can hear the pings. Yeah, we're going to wear them down just by high explosive. Oh, gosh. And with torpedoes as well. We do have several ships with the... I mean, obviously, not just... We have many torpedoes inbound, I'm sure. These guys close the range a little bit. Are we being targeted? I think we... No. Battleship is still being targeted. So I would actually propose part of this as an error on the cruisers and that they weren't targeting the battleships enough. Now, it doesn't look like these are going to hit unless we get very lucky. What do you think? Oh, it might make it. Oh, it's just going to miss. It's going to hit. It's going to make it. Ah! Get there, little boy. Get there, get there. All right. Happy to see that, of course. And we probably should just focus fire on the Salzburg now, because she's not gonna. I don't think she's gonna make it. By the way, we're still missing some torpedo boats, and if they fled, then I don't really know what we can do about that. Looks like, yeah, those are the other 2 torpedoes. Yeah, so I don't know where we're going to find them. Probably should rev up our destroyers, pick up their speed, and see if we can find anything behind these cruisers. I imagine there's somewhere out there. Japan's influence in Asia was not that large. Eastern to a degree, and then in southeastern, except for the war. They never got past Burma or Siberia, so to speak. Yeah, well, I mean, you can't really speak about the Asia, the growth. I mean, so Kurt Over, also known as Oak Tree, he's trying. I guess I'm putting words in his mouth, but let me roll back. Basically, trying to say that at no time was Japan the dominant power in Asia. I mean, maybe you could say in World War II, and I think that was also the point he was making. But I still think that if you're talking about powers in Asia, you would always have to mention Japan. Because they just, I mean, as far as investment goes, they had probably as much invested as anyone else, starting with, by the end of World War I, or probably by the beginning of World War I, when most nations completely gave up their idea of caring about Asia because they had Europe to worry about. Anyway, I'm really happy to see our 2-inch gun spam is working. I'm actually a little disappointed by it. I said I'm really happy. I'm really happy in this battle, but I also think it implies bad things that I don't think 2-inch guns should really do anything. So we destroyed the funnel. Man, that thing is in bad, bad shape. I hope we get a victory just by sinking. So I thought this was kill 70% of torpedo boats, but if I'm mistaken and we can actually get away with just sinking these cruisers, that would be phenomenal. This is probably a great time to launch if you guys have any torpedoes remaining. Oh, the moment I said that, they're like, okay, we'll launch. We found the extras! Yes! And you guys have been on save, but probably... Oh, got a torpedo hit! I missed it, but got a third one. And the Feldkirch... I mean, we're sure that she's not long for this world. We know some torpedoes were launched. Oh, what the heck? I don't know where those are going. You guys should deploy smoke as well. Yeah, so it's basically these two destroyers versus the world back here. The Feldkirch we can take care of later. Let's work on these torpedo boats. I mean, honestly, the destroyers are probably more powerful. Yep, damage. Again, it's all the destroyers causing the damage here. And we have them lined up so that they have a really, really good torpedo angle. I mean, you can't help but look when those big guns come in, though, right? Although this is arguably the most important thing, what's going on back there. I think we'll circle around. Okay, that's a good launch. Actually, it kind of infers that this... I think this destroyer inferred the Salzburg would be moving back. That one still might get her, though. Yeah, it probably will. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, it's looking good. Yeah, this session, Birdie says, this session reminds me of when I edit the Rule the Wave save files and make nothing but CAs for kills. Oh, it's gonna be a hit. Oh, kaboom. How are we doing over here? I neglect. Oh, no, no, Pluton, no. Is it too late? Yeah, it's too late. Could not have been easier to avoid. All we had to do was pay a little bit of attention. We did not. Look, if we end up losing only one destroyer in this whole thing, I still call that a victory. So let's just detach you. And I think we're still giving this torpedo boat what for? Yeah, captain's dead, on fire, heavy flooding. So things look good. We're still doing a hell of a job in the Salzburg here. Yeah, both of those cruisers are going to go down. Okay, we saw that one in time. Let's get this guy just open up the broadside on these guys. And probably, I mean, I am bringing the destroyers this way. I do need them over here. Wow, those torpedoes are still going. I lost myself. The camera jerks sometimes when you're moving it. Like, I don't know exactly how far I'm rotating. Yeah, we really need you guys to start heading that way. Okay, the boa is sinking. Ligera here, as long as she doesn't eat any torpedoes, should be okay. Actually have you focus on this new one. A new challenger has arrived. Okay, tremendous opportunity for... I guess we're going to have to detach you. I don't want to keep detaching everyone, but I don't trust your ability to dodge these torpedoes. Which, in my opinion, were wasted against a destroyer. Should have been launched against a battleship. Should be okay. Looks good. Doing well here. And I'm surprised that this destroyer, after eating a torpedo, is actually going to survive. We did give them some minor torpedo protection, and you know, we get some other technology that I guess would help with flooding. Salzburg here is now going to have to deal with the full might of my Tiger. Broadside to broadside. I think she may even have... She does have some torpedoes available. Put on her normal. Just have her slowly cruise by the Salzburg and hopefully sink her. Can't tell, is the She is... Yeah, just turned the wrong way. Try to cut in. See if that works. Think it will. Over here. Torpedoes. Wow, that was a long-range attempt from their cruiser. I'm assuming, and yeah, we're just working out the we're just working on the Scorpion, wearing her down. Really impressive destroyers. And look at that. That's beautiful. The only thing we have to watch out for is the fact that it might hit our battleship. Oh, that is looking good. We won't have to worry about it hitting our battleship because the front ones, which are the most dangerous, are going to be hitting the cruiser. Ping, ping. 2 hits. That's fantastic. Really, really, really good. Keep that tight turn for now. Speed back up. Let's see how we're doing over here. If I can keep control of the map. Okay, you're done. We won! We did it! And that's how you beat the mission. It's so easy. All you have to do is, you know, so simple. You just pick more funds, and then you cheat. Oh, boy. Okay, so let's exit this. Numbers don't matter. This is another one where I haven't beaten this yet, and I went with the tactic last time that let's build 4 really good battleships. I think we're going to go with a different strategy this time. We're going to go with less really good battleships. That the idea will be to stay at range and to sink this thing. Now, we are at the mercy of what is the enemy design we're going up against. And I say that because I think it was the History Gamer. He has like some incredibly popular Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts videos. And he did this mission. I think he fought something with only 14 or 15, I can't remember. Maybe it was even 16-inch guns. When I fought, I was up against either 17, I think it was 17, but it might have been 18. It was big guns. And, you know, that obviously that impacts your performance. What kind of guns are you going up against? So originally, as I said, I was contemplating, make sure I did the right one, yeah. So the idea here is your main adversary is a huge battleship with technologies of the 1940s. You'll be outgunned, outperformed in every way, but you have the numbers. So you get the idea. We're supposed to overwhelm them with numbers. But we can also build a pretty damn good battleship ourselves. And I think even getting 2 of them should be good enough. One thing people mentioned to me is don't go all the way to diesel. That you can actually have less cost. Wait. Engine cost is... Oh. Mostly what we're worried about is engine cost. This is 150 for 13. This is 350 for 24 horsepower per engine ton. Yeah, actually this doesn't make any sense to me why you have plus 10% acceleration here, but not for diesels. So I was looking at it for auxiliary engines. None of this makes sense to me now. I don't understand this at all. Why do diesels not give you an enormous acceleration rate? Turbines, you have to heat up. They take forever. I mean, compared to a diesel. Huh. Evan Ford says normal turbines are most efficient weight and cost-wise. I only really care about cost. Weight is not going to be an issue whatsoever. We obviously don't care about... Do we care about engine repairs? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we'll just go with the normal turbines. because the cost is way cheaper. This is obviously a huge deviation from my previous attempt at this. Do we have limits? Is my infinite technology still taking place? I think so. How do I turn off this? I want technology again. Well, okay, I don't know how to defeat the. I don't know how to turn off my technology thing. It already had all technology. All right, I gotta restart the game. I think I want to play this one fairly because I think we should always give it a chance fairly. So just let me black screen you for a second, and I'll be right back. I mean, I will be here, but the game itself will be down for a moment. Where'd you go, Ultimate Admiral Dreadnought? It completely crashed. Okay, fine. Fine. Load. Play. So hopefully this doesn't... by the way, it would be really, really unfortunate if this ended up being effective even after you restarted the game. Alright, should be coming up now. Should be... The game's up. There it is, okay. We got it. So we're down to the last one. Numbers don't matter. We'll choose the boost technology because I do want the better technology. Let's see if we're now limited. It's also really nice to see these little pop-ups. They're perfect little blurbs about history. It's just perfect. So, like, really top-notch. It's exactly what you want to see in a loading screen. Like, it could not be done better than these little blurbs. So, it's worth saying something about that at some point. Now, are we limited? Oh, God. Oh, God. Are we... Maybe we're unlimited on this mission after taking the boost of tech anyway. I think we actually might be. Well, okay, well, I'm just going to have to assume that this one has no limits on tech. But I thought it did. But last time I took the money and not... I mean, look, we can very quickly see. Let's see what happens if I choose more funds. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, we can't get radar now. Hooray! It is working. So that's funny. I bet that it probably only counts for the moment you're in the shipyard. Last time it was probably fine, because we are allowed to use radar. Wow, this is just... I'm going to assume... I did this last time and it worked. I'm going to assume my destroyers have radar, or radio finders. I don't know why I care about that. We'll probably go with auto in this case. Oops. Whoops. Yeah, I probably get the best. And either high TNT or we could go with Lyddite. I think we're going to go with high TNT this time. Well, let's do high TNT, which is going to be very cost prohibitive, and let's see what exactly that means for us in the end. Probably want maximum bulkheads. All right, let's start getting the turbines, semi-oil. I don't know which is better, induced or balanced. 20% cost, 22, 45% cost. It's not that bad. 7.5% engine cost. I think balance is still better. So yeah, although it says numbers don't matter, I mean, maybe that's the whole point, is that your numbers don't need to be very high. Numbers don't matter if you just build a good thing. Because we built 4 mediocre, they were high explosive launching battleships last time, and they were taken out piecemeal. So we'll see if we can do a little bit better this time. So this is auxiliary if the main engine is down. And it's pretty expensive. It helps with ship repairs, water pumping. You know what? I think I'll just take the first one. And I do think that acceleration turn rate will be important because we may be up against torpedoes. Okay. Krupp 5. I'm not going to bother with barbettes. Yeah, also we are limited in tech, you can see, for sure. But I think I'll go with... maybe 2? Auxiliary 3 is turbo electric. I didn't see what the significance of that was, though. Oak. Yeah, but I do think we'll want the floatability. That is important. And the anti-flooding. And Citadel 4. Okay, heavy shells. Maybe even super heavy shells. Why not? Don't need the extras. High explosive. We got everything else set. Alright. Now, if we can build 3 of these, I'll be really happy. I'm not sure it's going to be the case. Actually, I'm not sure we can even use that unless we make it big enough, right? The secondary tower doesn't even fit. It does. Right, I stand corrected. So we'll want... I don't know what funnel we need. Let's do the funnel absolutely last. It's just going to fit in the middle section anyways, not a big deal. Do we want super firing? I don't think we need it because we already have essentially super firing here. So let's just put the main guns in. What kind of main guns do we want? Alright, we have Mark 3s. Okay, Mark 4s start at 15-inch guns. And Mark 5s start at 14-inch guns. Oof. Don't make me choose. These are a rate of fire of 1.64. 1.85. I think that rate of fire decrease is not enough to make me worried. Accuracy is 85% at 5K. 81. So 85 versus 81. So it's like a 5% decrease in accuracy. I think we're going to go with the triples then. Because I think it's better. The triples are better because two barrels here, every gun is 700 tons, and obviously every gun here is 650 or something like that. So we're getting some weight savings. And these are, oh my gosh, massive. Holy cow. Bigger than expected. Playing as the British. Ah. So the 5-inch triples are too big to use on the rear. But so are... oh my gosh. Well, huh. I mean, I don't know how to do with this. I like the Mark IV, right? I don't think the 16-inch guns are better. I mean, 7,400 damage versus 9,600 damage. But it's 2,000 versus... so it's 30% increase in weight for... what is that? 96 divided by 74. Frickin' hell. It's about a 35%, 30% increase. So that's pretty even. The weight scales more or less with the damage. Accuracy drops significantly. Lesha actually has a pretty good idea. If we replace this rear tower to get rid of the super firing one, what other options do we have? I also want to see base accuracy. So our base accuracy, I want that bonus though. Oh wow, torpedo spotting and tower spotting actually do improve with it, but that's not a big deal. We're going to mostly rely on the destroyers for that. How expensive and heavy is it? It's not that much. It's just 1,000 essentially, or 1,000K, but that's not I don't know. I think I'll put it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to keep it. I know. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing now. But to put this as far forward as possible. Can we fit? Okay, we can put a barbette one. I'm going to put a different gun here. We can put, like, maybe... It's going to be a destroyer killer or something like that. It's going to be a little wonky. I mean... that's frustrating. Now, we can get away with that if we just make it bigger. By the way, we're already down to 2 battleships. Holy cow. Where is it? Oh. Nothing makes this thing bigger. Wait. Oh, we might as well drop it like that. Because... Wait, does that make the... Sorry, can I... Can I put the barbette there now? Maybe the barbette position moved? Ah, so close. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can just... I think we can do it if we do this. What were we using? For the love of God, I'm just going to grab this thing. Nah, it doesn't work. That would have been pretty cool if we had been able to get that to work, but alas. Okay, so what are we going to deal with then? Are we just going to be stuck with only... What do we move this forward? It's as far forward as it'll go. That is a bummer. That is a bummer. By the way, the thing which is very peculiar about this is the fact that the superimposed fits on the built-in barbette, the superimposed structure for the front tower, but it doesn't work for the rear one. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, at least. Yeah, Josie, you're right. If I took out this rear tower, I could fit something in. But then the problem is that I have to deal with worse aiming speed and accuracy and damage control and spotting. Well, actually, spotting improves. So, but as far as aiming and accuracy, I think that those are really important. So, I don't know. I mean, we could just go with... I don't really like this, but we could just go with some kind of secondary guns as large as possible. Like, let's see the difference in this. 86 versus 91. That's not bad. So I could go like with a couple of 8-inch guns on the back here. As long as that doesn't impact the retina. So let's scoot this thing back just a smidge. Most important is to not block the rate of fire of this thing. So now we're dealing with 3 15-inch guns. Are we going to be able to get this thing? I don't know. Yeah, so several people are asking me if I crank up the displacement. The thing is, unfortunately, it does not make this big enough. It doesn't extend our ship to make it big enough. The very first thing I tried was with the bigger displacement, seeing if I could fit the 2 15-inch guns here, and it doesn't work. The only 2 options, I think, are get rid of the bigger tower, lose some accuracy, and then you can get another turret. And maybe, I mean, that might be the best case. I don't know. It's... Otherwise, we're going to have to deal with these bizarre 8-inch guns, which I'm not a huge fan of. It doesn't make sense, but... Okay, while we're thinking about that, let's figure out what are the guns. Okay, so those could be 8-inch. We don't want to use 8-inch if we're using 8-inch there, so let's go with 7-inch. And this should absolutely wreck a destroyer. Okay. So I kind of confirmed to myself that we are just going to go with 2 of these now. So that means high explosive. I mean, wait, how much of a savings do we have if we go with... Which one was it people were recommending besides Lyddite and high TNT? There's like another, which is supposed to be pretty good. Is it Cordite or is it white powder? Let's take a look. Let's just spend a little bit of time here. White powder gives us 2% to gun range, penetration, damage, decrease in weight, 300% shell cost, better muzzle velocity, less ammo detonation. I mean, it seems pretty good. Versus this one, which gives us a lot of penalties. We basically have to be using high explosive. And then this one, which gives us much more shell damage, actually less penetration and less gun range. Huh. White powder does seem pretty good. This is 1,000%. This is 300. Let's see, what does that translate to? We're at 79,200. Wow! Holy cow, that's a huge difference. Yeah, Raptor mentioned this. Of course, these 8-inch guns are not going to be very effective against the main battleship. But I don't really need them to be. I actually need them to be defective against... I need them to be most effective against the destroyers. Or does he have... He has probably radar and it won't matter. Man, really tough decision. I feel like we've done a really good job min-maxing this thing. At least much better than my last attempt. Now I'm really torn. How expensive are these things? These are 800K. That does not seem like a lot. So if I just right-click this one, 72.5. Yeah, 72.5, it went down by, exactly, it went down by 800K. So what does that mean? It doesn't seem like it's that worthwhile to get rid of them. Unless I can put in another 15-inch gun there. And I would like to, trust me. Well, here's another idea. Could I put one in the front? I don't think so. No. Let's try this again. It fits! It fits! It can only fire that way, but it fits. Alright, I know. That's the exact definition of a side gun and not a centerline gun. David says I haven't tried a larger hole. I did. I don't know if you saw this at the very beginning, but I did in the very beginning. So if we do this... Okay, I mean... Oh, but one thing I didn't try is putting a gun in the middle. By the way, what the hell happened here? Did I remove that by accident or something? Yeah, they're all there, and we should have an even number on each side now. Get out of my way. 22, yeah, so that's 22, that's even. Okay, can I at least fit one in the middle? Which is weird, but... No. Yeah, there's just... I don't think there's any way around it. There's no way to make this thing work unless I make it center line. I mean, I could make it work if I put two. But I don't think there's any reason to do this. Is that what everyone was taught? Yeah, you can't move the tower, David. Trust me, I tried. This is so annoying. So I'll just have to say, I mean, I can't demonstrate this for every person who comes along, but just in the end, just believe me that we tried the obvious. Okay, let's try this now. It looks like it should fit, right? Okay, what the hell? Thank you to everyone. I don't know what my problem was. Well, we have now fit the 4 just as we wanted. So very strangely, maybe my forward tower wasn't enough. We've done it! Thanks to everyone's persistence. It didn't give up on me. We still have this spot where we can put something. I think it's still worth putting a secondary gun. I mean, this is just what I would consider my destroyer killer. And I believe that this is the best accuracy at 5K. This is 30% accuracy at 5K. Oh, I mean, this is better, but let's go to 7-inch guns. Yeah, 24%. Okay, so it is the best for accuracy at range. Okay, so it looks weird. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Most important thing was we got the extra 15-inch guns. Problem was, though, that you started with the longer hole. I started with the longer hole. You find the UI distance to place turrets, I think, is a major weakness in the game so far. I mean, I knew what I wanted to do. I still don't fully understand I mean, I don't want to dwell on it because I'm already embarrassed. But I don't know what the problem was the first time I did exactly this. Anyway, I'm really happy that I took the time to listen to people because people smarter than myself, with the people smarter than myself, we were able to figure it out. Forward weight offset. Okay, so we have 7-inch guns, we have the 8-inch guns, and we have the 15-inch guns. And we have a lot of cost available. So we're not even maxed out. Let's go down to the smallest we can for this size. Is it 58.4? 57.4? 56.4? 56.8? Okay, this is the smallest we can make it, and smallest tonnage displacement we can make it and have it this longer design form. So I think we're good, though. I think this is what we wanted. Funnels, yes, we do need that. Thank you. I mean, we have a lot of things we can do. We can, obviously, with all this remaining weight, we can add very good armor. So this gives me better resistance. I think this is worth doing. Let's do the triple bottom, because construction time is not going to matter to us, just hull weight, which I'm fine with. We have 10% available, so this is fantastic. Oh my gosh, we might be able to do it with this one. Boy, this has been like, I feel like we're hitting it. We're finally figuring out the min-max areas where we can get exactly what we want. We have a great looking ship. What were the, wow, God, I can't remember the name, R-class, Lion class, whatever. What were the very end, what was the very last British design for a battleship? Was it the Lion class? I can't remember, or did it have something like an R-class name? I think they had 16-inch guns, but I don't remember. And I'm wondering if they were 15-inch guns, because then we can just title this that class. Chief Jawali says, I say smaller ship with 18-inch guns. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that would be devastating, obviously. I'm going for rate of fire here because, I'll just mention my justification. These are Mark III guns, but these are Mark IV. So they're just a better technology. Vanguard was the last battleship built. Yeah, but I don't know what design the Vanguard was. Was it the G3 or N3 class? Maybe. I don't usually remember the names of anything, so the fact that I was able to remember this at all is a small miracle. All right, what else do we want? I mean, now with our huge armor, the best thing for us to do is to up armor our ship. And we need a funnel. All right, now is where this efficiency comes in. Let's look at engine efficiency. How are we doing with this? 86. Okay, so we only need an advanced funnel large, which gives us 100%. Fantastic. It could run away, this enemy ship. Maybe I'll get up to 25. We still have 100% engine efficiency with 25. What about 26? Oh, nope, 25.5 we already lose a little bit, so let's leave it at 25. I mean, we could get rid of that by going to forced. Or I think... yeah, funnel capacity. Fuel would also save us there. How expensive is it to do that? 78.2. 78.8. So it is a little bit expensive, but it would allow us to do... or alternatively, we could just go with a larger funnel size. But the Mega is actually significant. It's only 150. Okay, probably better for us to go with... This is really minor changes here, but better for us to go with a mega funnel and then semi-oil. That'll save us more money overall. And because this is, we really started to do the min-max thing, so let's not stop now. That is pretty bad. How's that look? Pretty good. Okay, so they have more or less the same firing arc now. I like that. Okay, the empty casemate slot is bugging you. This one, I can see it. Hooray! Alright. The problem is that there's no way to clear your selection by unless you right click, but right clicking removes whatever you right clicked on. So you can see what I have to do. I have to like pick this spot right here and then right click when I have something selected. It's a little bit annoying. Yeah, we can do that as long as it doesn't impact the range. So there we go. I mean, look at 0.8% forward weight offset. This thing is very well balanced. More balanced than it needs to be. So we have the 8-inch gun up top. We have the 7-inch guns and the casemates. And honestly, because it doesn't cost very much money, I think we can probably afford to put, what do we have, like, let's see, 5 is, no. 4, no. 3, yes. But are there extras for the 2? No. So we can put some 3-inch guns as well. Now, again, we have to find a magic place where we don't right-click anything off by accident. Okay, so what was I doing? Adding armor. I believe we wanted to add some armor. Take the turrets up to 12. Turret top has a long way to go. Ship is overweight. Well, that is a problem we are completely okay with for the time being. Just crank this up. Whole bunch even. 60,000. Why not? Okay, let's try this again. Turret top is up to 6. Wow, that's fantastic. Take the conning tower up. Don't want to lose her. Not that high. 15 is fine. Deck. That's where I want to spend a lot of the extra time. Okay. I think this thing is actually going to be a max displacement design. So how are we doing? We have engine efficiency, so we can probably take this up. 26. 26 is the most. Let's go 25.5 because it does save us a little bit of space. So we actually do need to start making these compromises which give us weight in terms of money. That's fantastic. So there we go. The first one I know of. Going to pure oil. I think we can also go up to geared steam turbines. It's going to cost us a lot, but save us a little bit of weight. Did not seem that big of a difference. 60.8, 60.9, 88.0 or 1. Yeah, okay. I don't think it's worth it. Turbines just seem better. Sorry. And oh, we do have the extra money. If we wanted to, we could go to high TNT, which would basically take us right to the limit. That, I mean, the extra gun range on this, I don't know if that translates to extra accuracy. In Rule of Waves, the way gun accuracy is done is as a function of one of the things which impacts accuracy is a function of of the target compared to your maximum range. So in that sense, increase in range equals increase in accuracy. I don't know if it's done that way, but I think that because we have, I kind of want to try out the white powder. It seems pretty good. And yeah, actually, we're already at super heavy shells. Damn. Fantastic. Okay, so I think we'll just go up with the armor. Idea is to fight at such a long range. By the way, what's our penetration? Let's say we fight at 15k. We'll be penetrating only 3.3 inches of deck. We'll be penetrating only 6 inches of deck with 15-inch guns at 25k. Wow. So we're actually doing okay. Our deck is, like, I think, as heavy as it needs to be. So we could always up armor the belt. Let's go with the turrets as well first. Turret top. Conning tower. Well, maybe the deck extended. No, I don't know. I feel like we should just do kind of like an all or nothing scheme. Not worry about the deck extended unless it's fired, destroyers are firing at it, something like that. Don't have very much weight remaining to deal with. And we do have the extra cost. What is the high in TT? Wow, it's perfect. Man. Oh my gosh, this is just awesome. We can actually do the high TNT. Let's compare these once more. Minus 1%, 1.5% hull weight. What was that? How does this decrease your hull weight? How does ammunition decrease hull weight? It could decrease shell weight, but not hull weight, right? Nonetheless, that's what it does. 25% HE shell damage and fire chance, 12% shell damage, 1.5% shell penetration. 2.5% penetration, 2.5 shell damage, 12%. So 2.5 versus 12, but I don't know, man. Plus 3% chance of fire. And the white powder does look pretty darn good. And this has plus 5% shell penetration, plus 8% damage. So it kind of seems like a nice middle ground. But still, this gives us 2.5% shell penetration. It's nothing to sneeze at. I don't know. I think this could be anything. Let's go with the... we're using Generation 2 radar, so let's go with the range. And let's just go for maximum range engagement, hoping that with our pretty good accuracy guns, high reload rate... look, can we afford this? No. We'll just hope that we have enough. We'll just have to see. We're going to find out very soon. We're about to jump in. We do have a little bit of... we do have a lot of cost remaining, though. How do we increase our cost? I think we do it this way, right? Yeah. I mean, it does save a little bit, right? 61.14. Almost nothing. 61.2. This also increases our acceleration, so let's just do it because we have the ability. It slightly gives us a weight savings. I'm kind of tempted to just put this into our deck. Take this up, maybe? 7.5 inch deck. This is crazy. What is the Yamato? Was the Yamato 7-inch deck? Was it 8 inches of deck? Oh my gosh. Let's try this. I feel like pretty happy about this. Okay, 6.1 for the turret top. Why not? 16.3. It's very nice. Okay, so this is it. This is what we're going to war with. Good luck to everyone. Let's hope we survive against obviously a very, very potent enemy. The Washington Naval Treaty. It's so funny because Washington Naval Treaty basically gave us heavy cruisers. I don't think we'd have such a concept as a heavy cruiser. Oh no! No mount casemate 7. I hope that's not going to be a problem. I suspect it is. Alright, give me... Where's the enemy? Where's the enemy? They're behind us, okay? So we want the destroyers to race ahead. Oh my gosh, these guys have a max speed of 40. Yes! They're gonna get there so quickly. We will want our actual battleships to slow down and attack at just at cruise speed so that we have the best rate of fire. But that's as soon as we actually detect them. So for now, let's get you guys to turn around basically instantly. We'll speed up until we actually make contact. Chief Wally, wow. 8 to 9 inch armor deck on the Yamato, says Kurt. Thanks, Kurt. Chief Wally says, oh my god, we're already under attack. That's not what Chief Wally said. That's what oh my god, that's what I said. How the freaking hell is he already ranging us? Oh my god, what the freaking hell? Ah! Go! Go very quickly! Go very, very quickly! Oh my god, what the heck? Ah! He hit me 4 times! The Renown's almost dead! What the literal hell? What the fuck? Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, this could be going better. Like, what the frickin' hell? Oh my god. Does he have 1 or 2? Why is he changing targets? Get out of there. We need to find them first. Okay, so we're going... Oh my god, we're ranging. We have them. Oh, we're at max range. That's why. Okay, so we already have them because of radar. Okay, slow down and get your accuracy. Let's go. Let's do this. And the destroyers, you guys are suiciding. So obviously with radar, we don't have to worry about their escorts. We're just going to send in our destroyers. Oh my god, he's just obliterating us. Like crap. This guy is so far away. And he has 5. Those don't look like... I mean, they're very scary to hear. I think those are only like 16. Those don't look like 17 or 18. Well, I mean, we can tell. What are we being hit by? They're 16, yeah. That gives you some hope. We out-turret him. We have 15 triples. I mean, triple 15s. He has 5 triple 16s. It seems like a pretty fair fight, honestly. So just get the destroyers into the fight as fast as possible. And let's see if we can just... I mean, let's see if we can win. Rex asks, or mentions that smoke from our destroyers cover battleships. Rex, I am afraid that smoke does not help us against radar. So, it would be nice if we had a radar shield. But, as sound travels perfectly fine through smoke, it won't help. Alright, so both of our ships are in like bad shape already. Let's do some angling. Let's see if it helps. I just want a 45-degree angle to fire. And I'm going to hope that that provides us with a bit of protection. How are we doing here? We can't even see this guy. But we do have 40-knot destroyers, and there's hope. Oh my gosh. Look at the arcs flying by each other. Like, seeing this from the destroyer's perspective is awesome. It's like a movie. Watch out! Oh my god, there's so much damage. Oh my gosh. They're incoming. Oh, yeah, he's landing a lot of hits. Okay. It's something. The sad thing is, I put all that deck armor on, and it feels like he's using... Like, what? Can we see, what does this guy have? We haven't even identified him yet, but... He doesn't care, basically. He does not seem to care about my 8 inches of tech armor. Which is very disappointing. Oh my god, even our angling doesn't seem to be helping. Let's angle a little bit more severely. As much as we can, probably, without losing rear arc of fire. Yeah, I think that he's just going to wear my structure down. That's a pretty good... I think we're perfectly positioned. We're doing our World of Tanks, World of Warships, whatever type minor tweaks, which I don't think people... I'm not sure real captains considered such things as angle. But maybe they did. I mean, they should have. So probably they did, but... I think it's going to be up to our destroyers to be able to get into this fight as quickly as possible, and we're getting there. Now, I want to save my torpedoes... as much as possible, because actually I think save is fine, because I basically am hoping, okay, they're starting to fire at us, so we'll deploy our smoke, get into the fight as quickly as possible, launch torpedoes, see what happens. If we can change the course of the battle with our destroyers, then mission accomplished. Oh god, the Duncan's falling off. Okay, so we'll just detach you. Ouch. Alright, Renown. It's a lot of weight on your shoulders, but basically the battle is now going to be determined by you. Ouch. Or maybe you. I don't know what kind of torpedoes do we have here. 20-inch! Oh, there's hope! That's significant. They're so spread out, though. It's because of the formation thing. They don't really know how to maintain formation. Oh my god, they're training their main guns on us. Okay, about that save thing, why don't you guys just be extremely aggressive and immediately launch? It's wise. I mean, in a sense, that is the biggest threat to him, is our destroyers now. Oh god, please, please, please. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. Oh, lordy. Oh, save him. Launch your damn torpedoes. Launch your torpedoes. You're not going to get another chance. Okay, he did. He did. He did. Get out of there. Oh, God. Okay, well, torpedoes are away. Now we want to wait a little bit for him to react to those. Oh, God. Smoke. Now, in the meantime, what has happened over here? Renown is... Ooh, too far angled. Her rears aren't going to be able to fire. Yeah, you might as well just stay broadside on, because it doesn't matter. Yeah, and you're taking the big hits. Okay, it's up to you, Paladin. Could we do this? He does have flooding. Oh, not anymore. Does have some damage. We destroyed his funnel. If we could knock out his radar, then we would win. Oh god, Paladin. Look at... I'm gonna detach everyone behind you. I don't know if that will work. It did, by the way. So you are... No. You, sorry, are going to be aggressive. You guys be safe for now. So you be aggressive. The moment you have an angle on this guy, just launch your torpedoes. I recommend sooner rather than later. We might be able to do this, damn it. Alright, this guy has up to 17 inches of armor. The minimum he has is 2.5. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh Nelly. Oh my. Oh god. Oh ouch. Oh, that's a boo-boo. What the hell are you guys doing? I don't know what's going on. I really need them not to be stupid right now, but they're just being stupid. Now, his damage, he has lost the funnel, which means maybe his speed should be slower. Let's look. His speed is 22. Okay, well that's not slow. You have launched your torpedoes already. Let's have you pull off. And your goal should not be even to shoot that guy. It's really... Okay, really. There we go. And I am spreading out my battleships intentionally. I think that'll give him a flagship penalty, but it'll also cause his turrets to have to retarget once he sinks one of them. It'll take him a little bit of time to traverse. That's my hope. Ping, ping. Ping, ping. Probably should have gone up on the deck. Okay, let's get this out, this out. F4 is what I want. You guys are coming in strong. You almost have another set of torpedoes. Destroyed! Oh my gosh, he's down to half! We could do it! Where did my torpedoes go, by the way? I haven't seen any torpedoes. Did they do anything? Did they already hit? Are I still inbound? I think there's a chance here. Does anybody see their torpedoes? Where are you, torpedoes? I mean, there's a lot of damage coming in. Renown is almost done for, though. Like, I don't know what these guys are doing. Like, they need to speed the hell up. That's so much damage. And we can only lose one of our battleships, so that... Alright, incoming! Do something! I wonder why they have different colored shells. They're the same shell. Ouch. So much damage. Paladin is in position to launch again. Is she gonna launch? She did. Okay, well, just do the whole thing again. Deploy smoke. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, these guys are coming in slowly. Maybe I should just detach all of them and do individual control. Not ideal. Not what I want to do, but... Oh, I have 2 torpedo hits. That's fantastic. So somebody somewhere was effective. We have a new wave coming in. You know, we could do it. And look at it. Honestly, obviously we can. It's not going to be impossible. Oh my gosh. Who got the torpedo hit? Why are we getting hit by torpedoes? Okay, pause. What is going on? What is this guy doing? Detach. You're almost dead. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Just detach you as well. We're just going to do this the hard way. Control frickin' every different ship individually. You guys might be the only group that can stay together. Okay, you go this way. You go this way. You have to be aggressive, and you have to be... Oops. Ouch. Aggressive, and you have to be safe. I don't even know if we need to be safe, because honestly, if we get close enough... By the way, where are those torpedoes? Oh, goodness! Oh, the 20-inch ones are inbound! Oh! Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, Lord. I don't ask for much. For my daughter not to date boys until she's out of high school, and for 5 torpedoes to hit. Oh, God, it does 35 damage. Oh, this is not a lot. That is not what I wanted to see. Okay, that's fine. Well, that was exciting. Unfortunately, not nearly as... Oh, God. Well, he might get another broadside out. Maneuver. Oh, my Lord. He went with the big guns. So the good news is that should cause flooding damage anyway, but the bad news is I actually don't know if that's the case because it doesn't look like it's doing anything. And here's our battleship. And where the hell's our other battleship? Are you even in range? Oh! Oh, engine rudder down. Oh, that's not good. Who's doing it? Oh, it's the umpire. He's taking them. You haven't launched your torpedoes yet, I see. Too late. Yellow is HE. Okay, thank you. Fantastic. That's... I didn't know that they had... I mean, that's might be just a... He's so close to dead! Oh my gosh, apparently getting really close with the Renown has paid off in a big way. Honestly, just launch your damn torpedoes, please. I think we're gonna win this one, and boy, was it a close one. It's possible for us to lose, but I just feel like they haven't really... The Baden hasn't really done any damage to my battleships lately. They've been kind of stuck. It has to worry about, you know, destroyers. Oh, wow. Torpedo wave incident on us. We missed. Another one. Missed. I'm glad I was checking this. Oh, lordy. Oh, holy hell. He went after me with the big ones. Alright, let's angle... hard. There's the ranging. Oh, he's so close to dead. Get out of the way, Ness. Get out of the way. Oh, Lord, that was close. Oh, Lord. Oh, you actually launched your torpedoes, too. Oh, Lord. And we did it! Yes! And we didn't lose a battleship. This is just like I would do in Rule the Waves. We would just throw our destroyers into the pirate, you know, just crazy, get them in there. And we did it. Yes! That was a lot of fun. This game is looking great. A lot of fun. So that's probably going to wrap up my stream as well. For those of you who like this kind of game but haven't heard of Rule the Waves, I highly recommend you check it out. It's basically this but in 2D. It's a more grognard, a little, obviously a much less, not just little, but a lot less graphically interesting. 2D top-down. You know, it's not graphically interesting, but it's extremely interesting from if you're really interested in the numbers of penetration and the angles and technology, it's a good game. Rule Britannia, GG. The matchless went out like a match or something. Since he can pen you anyway, getting closer is good until you reach the point where you can pen your magazines. Yeah, that's a good point, McBomb, although I don't know those values. So that was really good. I mean, I don't know how much our destroyers, our torpedoes did, but the one thing that they did do is absorb enemy fire. You know, I mean, if nothing else, it's like we just need to reach his kill limit, and then Zap Brannigan School of Strategy. So it was very good. Space Instructor says, so it's like this game, but in boring. Well, I mean, Rule the Waves is... If all you want is a visual spectacle, Rule the Waves will not be satisfying. If you're interested in the math, the history... I mean... I want to be as fair about this point as I can. I was probably going to be like almost a little too sarcastic. Like, if you're a guy who likes Call of Duty, fine, don't play Rule the Waves. No, but I mean, if you're interested in real history, real ship designs, stuff like that, I think Rule the Waves is king right now. But this game has a real chance. Obviously, we've seen how cool it is to design these things, and it has a real chance to at least be another title on the computer that shares that same kind of wonderful ship design and tactical combat combination. So I would rate this battle 3 out of 10 just because the NPC DDs, rest was bad. Well, thanks, Wargobble. Green Boys. You've got a bunch of dead destroyers and 2 floating wrecks. No, Bro Real, you fail to see it from a Rule the Waves type perspective, or really actually from a historical perspective. Our 2 battleships will make it back home. It'll take them half a year to be repaired. And then we'll have 2 battleships. Their Super Yamato, well, I guess it's more like a Yamato or something like that. Montana, whatever you want to call it. It's not going to take 6 months to repair it. It's not going to take a year to repair it. It's going to take 4 years for them to rebuild it. So we have a huge advantage on them. Let's see. Chief Chwali says very lucky. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't comment about that. Did we get very lucky? I don't know. Maybe we got very unlucky. And no one will apply to drive any DD from Tortuga Nation. Yeah, I'm known as a destroyer killer, especially in Rule the Waves, which we'll see. So the main reason I want to talk about Rule the Waves is just to mention you should go watch the... First of all, let me pull it up right now, see if it is already live. Let's go to YouTube. Let's search for YouTube and search for Benjamin Magnus Gaming. Benjamin Magnus... Oh, Games. Sorry, Benjamin Magnus Games. Go to his channel and go to the videos, and it's not up yet. Okay, good to know. But eventually his Rule the Waves video is going to be up. He starts off the Succession series, then it goes to me, then it goes to Historical Gamer, then it goes to XTRG, and then it goes back to Ben. The cycle won't repeat exactly like that. We're going to mix up the order so that each person has to come after a different person. And we're going to have to play with... So we see how much fun it is to design your own ship, right? You pick a technology, and I choose 15-inch guns. Somebody else in the chat here has said you should have picked 18-inch guns. Well, this is exactly the cool thing about ship designs. There's so many different ways you can do it, right? And that's the glory of a Succession series. For this case in Rule the Waves, but I'm sure we can do Succession series in Ultimate Admiral's Dreadnought when it's released. You're forced to use someone else's ship design, which is how real life works. I don't get to design something in 1920 and be the same admiral who gets to use it in 1940. So, it's pretty cool. Nicholas Fisher put $10 on. Thank you so much. Great job and great show. Love your videos. Really appreciate it. Pay penance, get into the DD. Trifler says, I think what you're trying to say is from a strategic perspective. Do you want to play that cheat menu a little bit more later? Yeah, so I'll probably do another video on... So the problem is that we've run out of Naval Academy things to do. So let me know if you have any recommendations for what to do following this. I could probably do cheat menu on some of the older ones just for lulz. Anyway. So what's the interval switching out admirals? We're doing every 4 years. So Benjamin finished his turn. He went 1900. He was forced. The rules of the game are that nobody gets to design the ships they get. So he was forced himself to take the legacy design that the AI designed. So it's really bad. Poor guy. And then he took that to 1904, January. That's where I'll pick it up. Apparently mid-war. So just spoiler alert. That's the only spoiler I'm going to say. That go watch the series and see how he gets himself into war. But that's not on his channel yet. Anyways, Benjamin Magnus, just in case you're completely unaware. He does Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts videos as well, so go over to his videos if you haven't heard of him. Say hello from me, and then you watch more Dreadnoughts content. See how he designs his ships. He was the one who I think first did this Lyddite HE fire meta, designing ships that destroy just by fire using Lyddite, which really does a lot of fire damage. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this stream up here though. Could I include that link in the description? Link to what? I have a link. I just pulled it up. Benjamin Magnus. Here's Benjamin Magnus's channel. I just linked it into chat. Even people on YouTube, if you're watching this later, you should have access to the chat, and you can go look at the chat right now, and you should see Tortuga Power posting some link to Benjamin Magnus's content. So again, that video is not up yet. I'm looking and it's not appearing, but it should be up pretty soon. So maybe subscribe to him and then check back, or don't subscribe to him or check back. Well, I don't like to push subscriptions or forcing thumbs up for likes. I don't like to push that stuff. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm too old school. I feel like people should just do what they want. Do what you want. So anyways, that's going to wrap this up. Thanks to everyone who came out. Bro Real, Space Destructor, Trifler, Das Briceword, also known as, I actually forgot your name on my Discord, but David, Cyrillic Man, which maybe looks like Alexander Larib, Lahau, let's see, we had Nicholas Fisher. Thanks to Nicholas Fisher again for the contribution as well. Wargarble, Cry Havoc, Josie, Chief Jawali, Rex 1987, not too much younger than myself, McPalm, Christian Fernandez, Silmon, everyone else, Kunta Kinte, everyone else who showed up. Thanks for coming out. Oh yeah, Mr. Ragequit was here too. Fantastic. So I'll see you guys on the Discord or in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching this. Thanks for hanging out, and take care.